Ariana Grande dropped Positions. It's not like my favorite of her projects. But what do we know about Ariana? I think all of us remember Ariana on her first debut in the show Victorious, the really annoying Dipsy chick in it. And that's why I think a lot of people don't really like her. Because they just remind her, or she just reminds them of like this high-pitched singer, this high-pitched person that everyone's just really sick and tired of hearing on Nickelodeon. And that's about it about Nickelodeon. But you know, I just kind of gave her a chance for one of her projects. And I hope you can too. Ariana Grande has had an interesting part of her life. She did kids acting and stuff like that. And I didn't do a whole lot of research. I just know that I'm just going to jump to Victorious. Victorious, it was her big debut to everybody. Everyone knew her as that one character. But when she went to the music realm, they kind of Disney Channeled her up. Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, not Demi Lovato. Well, I guess Demi Lovato. What's that? Frick, brace face. Gosh. I forget her name. Lindsay Lohan. Oh, no, not Lindsay Lohan. I'll think about it later. But they did that to her. And even she, like, in an interview says, like, oh, yeah, like, they dressed me up in this really pretty outfit. She's like,
this sucks. This
thing sucks because everyone's around. Like, I'm not like that. Like a Disney princess, kind of like easy harmonies and stuff. She's like,
oh, look at all this pretty stuff.
But actually, that wasn't her vibe at all. If you look at her actual projects, like Dangerous Woman and is it My Everything? I think it's My Everything. My Everything? I was right. Frick. Dangerous Woman and My Everything. Those two albums are pretty okay. You know, they're good albums and they have a solid amount of songs. And she has a great amount of range on them. I gave Dangerous Woman a chance because, man, she got the vocals. And that's when I looked at, like, Jimmy Fallon and stuff. When she would play that one game where musical charades, I think that's what it was, where she would just sing amazingly all these other artists. But the one thing that made me reconsider, and I hope you guys can take a listen to, because it really showcases the cool thing and the interesting part of Ariana Grande. That was her Thank You Next album, project, EP, mixtape. I don't know. I don't think it was a mixtape. But she worked on that and stealth dropped it. I don't know if you remember that. But yeah, she stealth dropped it without any ads or any publicity or anything. And she worked on it with her friends in the background. It was just an album for her to do what she just wanted to do. And dang, was a freaking nice album. Like, that's what got me really able to listen to her. I listened to the entire album through. I have only one issue with the album. I think it's a pretty dang good album, especially for her previous stuff. Sweetener was not my vibe. I just didn't vibe with any of those songs. I'm sorry, but after Sweetener's Thank You Next, so people adapt. But I really liked the follow through, the idea of fake smile, but yet like she'll. The main thing that I really liked about Thank You Next was showcase kind of fake smile. She has these like happy melodies and happy choruses, but she'll go like a R&B drop style, echoey harmony kind of vibe, and that goes into her Thank You Next and her Seven Rings songs in there, as well as like NASA, where she'll like do that drop of a. My only problem with the album is the last song. I think she should have definitely finished it on Thank You Next, because that's just like, thank you next, album done, but no, she ended with break up with your boyfriend because I'm bored. I get that maybe it's like her vibe, but I don't know. So I highly suggest that you listen to Thank You Next. Also, just one interview during that time where she gets to talk about Thank You Next, because it's really cool. And Social House produced it. Holy cow, is Social House good. I never heard of Social House, but the people that she works with, ridiculously talented, amazing, chill guys, and they worked on the song Boyfriend, and they even got to sing on it. Because you see the producers, and you're like,
oh, they can't sing, that's why. The producers, they can't freaking...
make a hit song, but then they do Boyfriend, and you're like, you know what?
I take it back, Social House pretty cool, Social House pretty dope. Put that stuff out there.
And then Positions come out. I listened to Positions like recently. I really liked her single Positions. It just sounded really, really BA to me. It was like, this chick knows what she wants. She has a schedule for it, and you better be ready for that schedule, because she ain't compromising for nothing. But the rest of the songs kind of carry on the vibes of Thank You Next. I think that's what Positions is. It's a continuation of what she did on Thank You Next. A continuation of R&B and the new modern pop, and her own style of how she does pop in general. So the way we know Ariana Grande is this high-pitched, annoying chick from Nickelodeon. But if you take a moment and listen to her actual new music, it's pretty dang good. I love it. I think it's great. I think she's going in a great way and a great approach to everything. I was just vibing with it before this video, and it was good. I don't know, put some headphones on, lock your door, just vibe out for a bit. But that's why I just want to tell you, just give her a chance. I know a lot of us doesn't give people a chance. If you're one of those people like,
Oh no, I will not give Ariana Grande a chance at all. She sucks. She sounds like
if you ever watch the movie Frank, it's the hyperphone. I'll put it in. It's like the thing that makes that as you move your hand. People will think that she sounds like that. But if you listen to this song, listen to this music. Also, if you listen to the song Lonely by Justin Bieber, feel bad about yourself. Because I did. I definitely felt bad. I'll talk about that probably in a later video. But please, give her a chance on this. Her album cover on Thank You Next, I don't know why it's so cool, but just like the design that's like on her shirt and just like the revert, I don't know why. It's really cool design. Most of her covers are just like her on a chair or just a profile picture of her. I think Thank You Next just kind of gives more of an artistic value to that, of just like a high contrast and blurry picture. So I don't know. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope you understand to give Ariana Grande just another chance at listening to her music, because she has some really cool stuff to listen to and to consider about her. And after listening to some interviews with her and everything that she does, you know, she's kind of boss, and she got vocals for days, dude. One of the things that you're gonna like listen to, if you listen to Positions, there's a song in there at the end that she just does whistle tones. If you're not familiar with it, whistle tones, they're
really high.
but it's a really good vibe. I swear, it's good. Thank you for listening to me. Appreciate all you guys. Much love. Deuces.